Welcome to this week's FPL Sheeple podcast, a podcast that blindly follows all the great FPL content out there and tells you all about it. The FPL Sheeple podcast is available on YouTube and on all popular podcast platforms. Please follow us at FPL Sheeple on Twitter for latest updates. We come to you on the day of a once in a decade phenomenon that is a triple game week 35. And that is welcome news given the red wedding like massacre that was game week 34. I'm your host Carling FIFA and I have with me FPL Donatello who felt the effects of game week 34 like many others. How are you feeling now, Donatello?
Hey, um, looks like I was one of the Starks at the Red Wedding, actually. Not a great game week again. So I don't know what to say anymore.
Yeah, all right. Then we should just get into the agenda for today.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Uh,
we will start off with the Game Week 34 review, and it was all about the main blank that took place, and that blank was a big blank between Man United and Liverpool that composed most people's teams, and so people ended up with having four, five, sometimes even six blanks in their final teams, even after substitutions. So that was really bad, and many people felt the effects of that. And then after that, we'll do our usual creator team review. We'll take a look at the spreadsheet of all our 20 content creators and how they did in this blank game week 34.
Yep. And then we will look at the creator of the week. This week we've done something different. We will talk more about that when we get to it. And then the last part would be previewing game week 35. Triple up on triples. It's going to be an insane game week for Manchester United, who have like
Yeah.
three matches over a space of 1 week. So we talk about which players to get from United and other teams who have a double game week as well. So, Carling, why don't you go ahead and recap game week 34 for our listeners?
Yep. Sure. So in Game Week 34, we had Ben Krellin, who was our content creator of the week for Game Week 34, so last week. And it was really a good moment to have Ben as our content creator of the week because he's the go to person for the latest updates or the latest or the most uh, trustworthy predictions of double and triple game weeks. And as usual,
Absolutely.
he has kept up, and he has kept up with the FPL's announcements of the triple game week. And as we have now on in front of us are the triple game week 35 and blank game week 36 schedules, and then the regular schedules for game week 37 and 38. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And even on Twitter, I saw his tweets where he was planning the blank game week. There would be in the next season when Manchester City face the winner of the Europa League final, which would be probably Manchester United. So
Yeah.
he's thinking that far.
Yeah, that's exactly why you should totally follow Ben if you want to know way in advance when the double or the blank game weeks are going to be. And so, yeah, it was great to have him as our content creator of the week last week. Yeah, based on Ben's suggestion, we made a couple of changes in our teams, and let's see how game week 34 treated us. So we'll start off with my team first. I would say I it was an slightly below average game for me because I got in the end 36 points, and I had only made one transfer, so no hits for me there. And the average
Hmm.
points across the entire FPL world was 39, so I was just below the average. And my game week rank was 4.8 million, which is like really bad. But fortunately or unfortunately, I had a very small red arrow. So from 638k, I have gone down to 663k. So it wasn't too bad. I felt
Yeah.
it was much better. I didn't feel the effects as many others. Like for example, we'll see in our spreadsheet later. FPL General, for example, just got 20 points in the game week, and
You don't
so
have to go that far. You can just
yeah.
call me.
Yeah,
Um,
no, we'll take yeah, we'll take a look at your team next, obviously. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, the Man United and Liverpool game affected me. Four of my players were affected by the fixture postponement. Though luckily, only two of them blanked for me in the sense that I got two subs back in. So that's why only Salah and Fernandes remained in my starting 11, and they were the only blanks. All the other players scored some points. Nobody hit double digits. Only Digne and Watkins gave some returns. So Digne had 7 points and Watkins had
so
eight.
about
Mm,
about Watkins,
yeah,
you remember last time you said you don't trust him, but he's
yeah.
the one who got more points for you this week.
I swear. I mean, though I feel in retrospect that if I mean, still, Jota might have gotten as many or if not more points than Watkins, but yeah, we will never know if my beliefs were true or not. So anyway, yeah, it is
We'll
what
know.
it is.
We will know next Thursday probably.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So we'll know if yeah, this time anyway, Jota should outperform Watkins, but we'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see about that. All right, so Donatello, why don't you review your team now?
absolutely. So I got 27 points. I took two transfers, so -4. So I got 23 points.
Mm,
Uh, another game week with points in the 20s, which is fabulous. By that I mean I'm sarcastic. So I had a big drop in my rank. So now I've gone from 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. I was like around 150K to now I've gone to 268K, which is
mm,
a which is like a drop of 100K ranks, which is absolutely disastrous for me. But it is what it is.
mm,
So my team was absolutely shambles. The only transfer I made a couple of transfers. I got Digne in, and he returned like 7 points.
mm,
The defense, absolutely, as you can see, it's just a couple of points for Martinez and targets. Stoic with 1 point, Ola Aina with zero. No returns from the midfield. And I remember last week I made Kane captain. And then I guess I forgot to save the team. So Vardy remained captain, but it didn't affect me in any way because Kane had a blank as well. So, and as same as you, I had
mm.
four players between United and Liverpool who blanked. And then there's Matt Ryan who had that unique clean sheet.
Ah,
So I wish I had him play, but it is what it is. I got like
yeah.
23 points. Another bad game week for me. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean
yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
just
interesting. Yeah, sorry. So, yeah, I was going to say it is interesting that, yeah, even though you probably had ten players who played, I'm not sure. Yeah, so 10 players who played and you still ended up with 27. So, yeah,
yeah.
I also noticed that because most players who started, almost all of them blanked. There were only a few people or few players who got some hauls. So I think only
Yeah,
Son and Bale were
absolutely. I mean,
standouts. Yeah.
right, right, totally. And as you can see, like having those 4 or 5 United players cost most of the FPL players a lot because
Mm.
that they were all set for those game week 35 fixtures where both of the teams were going to have double game weeks. But now, like, it's affected almost all of the FPL players in a very weird way. And um, some people who went completely differential had like Bale in their team with triple
Yeah.
captain, and that's why you see 125 as the highest points for this game
Yeah.
week, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
So yeah, I guess that's yeah. Sorry, what were you saying?
yeah, no, I was saying that, yeah, I tend to not look at those teams because those are too random, man. I mean, I get freaked out just looking at the picks, and yeah, half of them don't make sense, but hey, they are the
Right,
highest points for that week, so they did something right.
right. All right. So, do you have anything more to comment on this game week, or shall we move on to our creator team review?
No, let's move on. Let's take a look at where our points tally fell in the realm of all the different content creators.
Sure.
So,
And before we do that,
mhm,
another shout out to Live FPL.
yeah.
Um, as we explained last week, Live FPL created this custom league for us, which you can. The link is at the bottom of the slide.
Hmm.
This league has all the 20 content creators along with both of our teams, which you guys can follow and just keep tabs on how everyone is
Yeah.
doing. So again, a big shout out to Live FPL,
Hmm.
and over to you, Kali.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've just put out the top five content creators currently in our FPL Sheeple League. And so it's FF Scout Mark at the top, followed by Andy, Let's Talk FPL from YouTube, who's just 9 points behind. And then we have FPL Tips also from YouTube in third
Yeah,
place. And then tied fourth are FPL Heisenberg and Josh from the Always Cheating podcast. So these are our top
right.
five. And now let's take a look at how all of them did this game week and who was our creator of the week.
Yeah,
Okay, so I have uh, our typical spreadsheet for this week also up right now on the screen, so people watching on YouTube can watch this. And for our podcast listeners, as usual, we have the sheet that explains what the 20 different content creators are in our FPL Sheeple league, and what were their game week points, what are their total points, overall rank, and all the different players that they picked in their game week, or rather the players that were in their starting 11 after the auto subs, because of the postponements or players not playing. So
yeah,
yeah, so we had 18 out of 20 people who captained Kane, and there were one person who captained Iheanacho, and one person who captained Vardy. So
mm,
it didn't make a huge difference this week. Iheanacho probably scored just three more points than Kane and Vardy, but so that's the
yeah,
only advantage. And there weren't many standout players, I would say. So because if you take a look at the common players that were picked in these content creators teams, like Iheanacho, Kane, Salah, Lingard, Fernandez, all of
yeah.
these didn't score.
All right.
Yeah, they scored very little or blanked. The only player who was common more or less across all the teams, Son, who was in, I think, um, 11 people's teams,
Yeah,
12
essentially,
people's teams.
anyone who didn't have Fernandez had Son, so that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah, more or less. Yeah, there seems to be. Yeah, I heard many of them switching from Fernandez to Son because
yeah,
Bruno has anyway been blanking quite a bit in the past few game weeks. So people
mm,
got frustrated and switched over to Son, and now I'm imagining they're switching back to Bruno this week, given the triple game week.
yeah,
And yeah, we'll know when the deadline is done. You can check out how many people have done that. So yeah, so 12 people had
mm,
Son, and actually having Son was the clear benefit because these 12 content creators who had Son are towards the top of our game week rankings. And
yeah,
so Son's 12 points have immediately boosted them up. Uh, then moving to the right, let's look at if there are any differential picks that were interesting. And I think there are a couple that should be of super interest to our listeners. There was Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who was only in one
mm,
team from FF Scout Mark. So
yeah,
he got 8 points. Louis Dunk, who was in FPL
yeah.
Heisenberg's team, got
Eight
eight
points.
points, and then the big one. So only one
Who's the
content
mad guy?
creator, yeah, who had Gareth Bale, and that was Late Riser, and that's Late
Ah,
Riser
nice.
to a T. He always has interesting differential picks that makes him such a great player of FPL. So yeah, he
Nice.
got all the 21 points from Bale, and he was the only one with Reguilon. So there's your 27 points there right in your pocket. So yeah, so yeah,
Yeah, and I guess there's one person who had Sufal as well. He had 7 points.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
see. So that's like a good differential to have. So
Yeah, yeah. Fergie from Fantasy Football Hub had
Hmm.
Sufal. So yeah, yeah, exactly. And I guess for this week we have far many more players that were only in like single, like only a single team or in a couple of teams. That's because of these auto subs due to the postponements, and so the
Yeah.
bench is sort of unique to each team, and so only these unique players have come in play this week. So that's why even the pool of players is much larger than usual. So normally only there are only about 35 to 40 players that are in all these 20 different teams, but this week there were 52 different players that started for these 20 content creators. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, that's what an erratic blank game week or postponement does to FPL in that sense.
Totally.
uh,
Totally.
yeah, but in so usually we have our template team that you can take a look on YouTube as a ticker tape, where we have featured all the players that were the most common across these 20
Hmm.
teams for game week 34. So also giving you an idea of which are the players that generally are good picks. That's sort of a hive mind aggregate average of all the picks from these content creators, so you can know which players you should generally you can go for. So
Right.
yeah, so 20 points as I mentioned to FPL general, and up to 54 for FPL Heisenberg. So I guess we fell in between this range, so that's fine. As I said, 36 is in bang in the middle, and 27, I would say, yeah, it's
Yeah.
towards the lower end, but still, it's not the worst. So, yeah, so it's
Yeah, I
fine, I
guess
would say.
FPL General also said that he has possibly the worst game week of his FPL career. So
Yeah,
that's
so
up for everyone.
yeah, so we shouldn't be feeling too bad because so yeah, so obviously we have FPL Heisenberg who won for this game week. However, FPL Heisenberg, who is normally one of the co-hosts of the FPL Double Up podcast, unfortunately did not feature in this week's podcast, so we were not able to um, tease apart his picks or his thoughts on what he's going to do in this game week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, and also on Twitter, we did not find a lot of posts from his side mentioning about any of
So
this. Yeah.
he has a live stream which is going to be airing just before the deadline
Hmm.
tomorrow, and it doesn't fit our schedule. So what we're going to do is we're going to honor him and have him as a creator of the week for game week 36.
Yeah.
But we are also going to honor whoever wins this game week. So for next game week 36, we're going to have two creators of the week because it's FPL, like the season is about to end, and why
Yeah.
not do some madness? So
Yeah.
so we're going to go for the second ranked or the person or the player who had the second highest points, which was FPL Tips, who
Hmm.
is our creator of the week
Yeah.
for game week 35. So, Carling, do you wanna
Yeah.
move on to our
Yeah.
creator of the week?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So, as we mentioned, we have FPL Tips as our creator of the week. So FPL Tips is a YouTube channel and also a Twitter handle. You can follow him on @_ FPL Tips. And he posts videos every week, which has information about game week previews, players to watch, team selections. He has really tailored captaincy picks, where he suggests his top three captaincy picks for the game week. Also, he has a watch list where, based on statistics of how each player is performing, he adds players to the watch list, which is again a top three out of X number of players. And then he analyzes those players based on the stats, and then he suggests who could be like the best pick for the upcoming game week. So, based on that, FPL Tip releases like really short but really informative videos on YouTube, which which can be beneficial for everyone. So we are glad that this week we got a chance to view his Game Week 35 videos and make suggestions to everyone who's listening to our podcast. A bit more about FPL tips. His current rank is 3,757, which is
Mm.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I guess his all-time best rank is 1,881, which is again really like a top finish. He's
Yeah.
finished like top 10K three times and top 100K four times. He's out of his past 8 or 9 seasons. So yes, he's a really strong FPL player. So it was great for us to review his picks. So,
Mm.
Kalim, do you have anything to add to this, or do we
Yeah,
move on?
no, I mean looks like he's amazing because looks like he's played FPL for 7 seasons and he's never been outside the top 100K. So
Yeah,
yeah, looks like he's, and yeah, as you said, his short and informative videos are really great, and I think it's sort of useful for people who want a quick a quick piece of information. Yeah, that if you don't want to spend too much time, looking at which players to pick, you can watch his videos, usually less than 10 minutes long, and you can know the top 3 picks that you should get in that week. And yeah, so can help you in a long way. And as you can see his record, he is doing amazingly well. So
yeah,
looks like he's a very trustworthy uh, person for your FPL picks every week.
absolutely.
All right,
So,
so yeah.
let's move on to his team for Game Week 35. So, to our listeners, this team or this post or on the video was done before the triple Game Week 35 announcement, like just before the United Liverpool game was announced. But even after that, we feel, or based on his comments on his videos as well, we don't think FPL Tips has any
Mm-hmm.
changes that he's going to make to this particular team.
Mm-hmm.
His team, I'm going to read out for the benefit of the wrestlers. It's a Mendy in the goal. His defense is Trent, uh, Shaw, and Dean. Midfield consists of Jota, Fernandez, Son, Lingard. The forwards are Watkins, Iñárritu, and Kane. So, based on his
Mm-hmm.
comments, he's not making any changes to his team because he plans to keep a free transfer for game week 36, in which he's planning to take Bruno out for Salah because United have a blank in game week 36 and
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool have that match against West Brom. So, um, that's his plan for game week 36. So let's move on to his captaincy suggestions and picks.
Mm-hmm.
A very interesting list. As you can see, most of it is red, with the exception of Wilfred Zaha. So
Yeah.
in his watch list, he had 3 players. Mo Salah tops the list because he
Mm-hmm.
feels Liverpool's last run of games is possibly the easiest. So he's a must-have in your team. So he was his number one pick person, like a number player on the watch list. Second is Mason Greenwood. He has most points per game return in the last few game weeks.
Yeah.
So he highly recommends getting Mason Greenwood and also Wilfred Zaha because Crystal Palace's both matches are relatively easy fixtures. So it's like a great chance for him to shine in those 2 matches. So those were his watch list suggestions for this game week. And in captaincy, uh, the first suggestion is really interesting. What do you think, Marcus Rashford?
Yeah, it is interesting, and because Marcus Rashford didn't start the Europa League game against Roma,
Yeah.
he came on for the last, I think, 20 or 30 minutes. So yeah, he is his minutes are being managed. So even though he was injured, carried a niggling injury,
Mm.
um, looks like he should be okay to play at least 2 of the 3 matches, or at least feature in all 3 matches, maybe 60, 70 minutes. So yeah, I can see why he's a captaincy pick.
Yeah, so I feel that's a very interesting suggestion, as well as I think it's a differential suggestion. It's not like a traditional suggestion of
Yeah,
the next two ones, which is Mo Salah and Fernandez, which are like the obvious picks for this game week for every, which probably most of the FPL managers are going to have. So
yeah,
yeah, Marcus Rashford, I feel, is a really differential suggestions. And if you're thinking
yeah,
of owning a player which mostly many people won't have, there you go. That's one for you to think about. and
yeah,
and as I said, the rest of the two, Mo Salah and Fernandez, they are like traditional suggestions, because of course Fernandez has three matches. Well, we don't know if he's going to feature in all three matches, but um, he has the most expected returns, highest expected returns out of the three.
yeah,
So most of the FPL managers will probably go for Fernandez according to FPL tips. So
yeah.
those are his.
So, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that actually, yeah, these captaincy picks, I think he are the top three picks according to FPL tips, and I think he put out a poll on Twitter to see
Mhm.
what the public says, and yeah, as you said, the public also overwhelmingly voted for Bruno Fernandes uh, being the captain. Like 80 or 85% of people voted for Bruno being the top captaincy pick, followed by Salah and Rashford, who were both sort of tied second. So yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah. Go on. Sorry.
All right. No. So let's move on to our teams. Let's
Yeah.
start with your team, Carling. What have you done?
Yeah, sounds good. So, yeah, these are very interesting picks, and yeah, and since there were three picks each, it was very good. And I mean, of course, his three picks each for the game week as well as the captaincy, and his team together made for a very clear understanding of which players to go for, and. And I'm surprised that he's sort of choosing to not make any transfers this week, because he has the opportunity to go from Son to Greenwood, for example, and
Yeah.
then yeah, I mean, I understand Greenwood will have a blank game week 36, but he can probably roll one transfer, and then maybe if he has two free transfers, then he can roll one transfer and use them next week. But yeah, whatever. I mean, so for me, I believed his Greenwood pick to be really interesting, and it's a
Mm.
triple game week. As I said at the beginning of the pod, it's a once in a decade occasion. So I think I should go for as many triple game weekers as I can, which is the max I can go for
Absolutely.
is three. So that's what I've
Mm.
done. So I have taken out Adama Traore. So the Traore experiment miserably failed in the past two game weeks, even though I feel he was a good shout.
Mm.
So I have taken out Adama Traore and I've brought in Greenwood. So that then gives me the triple up of Bruno, Greenwood, and Shaw as my United triple up. And
Mm.
I have the second transfer in order to make the change from Adama to Greenwood. I had to downgrade one defender, so I had to get rid of Marcos Alonso. I
Mm.
understand that Alonso might play both the fixtures of Chelsea's double game week, but I mean,
Right.
given that he did not feature in the Champions League semi-final, though I feel that against City, I think the team will remain the same as it was against Madrid. So yeah, so I just didn't feel comfortable keeping Marcos Alonso for so much cash hanging around my team, given that he also blanks in game week 36. So I just replaced him for a cheap defender. So I went for Lorente from Leeds.
Right.
I mean, he is a good. Great defender for Leeds. Ever since he has been starting regularly, Leeds have been much more solid defensively. So I'm
Mm.
keeping him on the bench for a couple of game weeks, and I can then unleash him in my actual starting 11 when Leeds fixtures will be easier in
Makes
36,
sense.
37, 38. So yeah, I feel I've gone for a hit finally. So I've done a -4, and I've brought in Greenwood and Lorente. So my team overall is Martinez in goal, who has a double. Rob Holding, who also has a double. He may or may not start, but I'm going to start him in my starting 11 because a double game week player.
Yeah.
and has one good fixture and one difficult fixture. So I should get me points if not at least a few. Then I have Shaw and Luka Dean. Then I have Greenwood, Salah, Fernandez, who's my captain. Obviously, I've gone with
Mhm.
the public's opinion and I've not tried anything different. I'm going for Bruno captain. Then Jota, and my forward line is Watkins, Kane, and Iheanacho. So yeah,
Nice.
so
That's a really good team, and I
mhm.
feel you're going to look yourself in the mirror when you see mine. But yeah, that's a that's a
Ah,
really nice team there.
all right.
And also, I like your point about Alonso. I took him out last week, and just based on the trends of Chelsea playing in Premier League, I think Tuchel is playing the same players in league matches as well. So I think
Yeah,
Alonso won't feature in even though it's a double, he might play in one match, but not both. So yeah,
yeah,
it's a really good team, and hopefully Fernandez plays in all three matches, man. That
yeah,
that
yeah.
that would be ideal for us.
Yeah, I mean, he put out a quote a few hours ago, Fernandez, saying that, I normally will never say I'm tired to play football because I love what I do and that's why I'm here to play football. And I used to play 7 or 8 hours every day as a kid, and so I will never get tired of playing football. So if that is remotely true, he might start all 3 game weeks, and that just bodes well for all of us. So yeah, let's
Well,
see
if
what
he
happens.
doesn't start in all three matches, then it will be definitely a football images that preceded unfortunate events. I'm sure for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so
Yeah,
let's take a
right.
look at your team next.
Absolutely. So, do you see any differences here, Ben? I guess you
Yeah,
can.
I do.
All right. So, I've just given up and decided to go gung ho again. I don't
Mm-hmm,
care anymore about -4, -8. So I've done -8 again
mm-hmm.
because triple game week, and it should your same strategy as yours. I should have maximum players from the team who has triple game week. So
Yeah.
I took out I took out Jamie Vardy from my
Mm-hmm,
team,
mm-hmm.
um, and I brought in Ollie Watkins. I mean, I feel like he should be in my team now because he's returning almost every game week.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took out Struik from Leeds, and I brought in Luke Shaw from Man United. And
Yeah.
the last transfer that I did was same as you. Took out the Adama Traore experiment, and I brought in Wilfred Zaha because our creator of the week thinks he's a great
Yeah.
differential pick on the watch list. So why not go? Why not blindly follow and do what he says? So my team is Martinez in the goal, Luka Dean, Robertson, and Shaw, my defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then midfield is Jota, Zaha, Fernandez is my captain, and Greenwood. And my forward line is Kane, my vice captain, Inacho, and Ollie Watkins. Although I have a Matt Target um, uh, on the bench, he
Mm-hmm.
has a double game week as well. It was between him and or like benching Kane, but I was never going
Mm.
to do that. So he's my
Yeah.
first sub, uh, and that's pretty much my team for game week 35.
Yeah, looks good. I mean, I really like the Zaha pick. Will
Yeah,
surely make you stand out. They're easy fixtures, and if he gives you returns in both the game weeks, your rank is definitely going up. So yeah,
yeah. I
that's a
mean,
nice pick.
yeah. Based like it's Sheffield and Southampton. At least Sheffield is the
Yeah,
easier fixture. Southampton might be a moderate one, but he's he's like one of those differential picks earlier on in the season. He had some great returns, so and he's playing every game 90 minutes, so it's a really good suggestion
yeah,
by FPL Tips. So let's see how it does.
yeah. All right. So yeah, looks good. So good luck to the both of us, and let's see
Yeah,
how it goes.
absolutely, man. We don't want any more. I mean, the theme would be red for the next game week, but we don't want the wedding anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, last week we were so optimistic and hopeful that our luck is going to turn, and then we also hoped that we won't have any more sad music at the beginning of our pod, but doesn't look like it happened this week. Hopefully, the triple game week saves us. All
Yeah,
right.
absolutely, man. Wishing everyone all the best for this game
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Um, I guess we discuss the matches for Game Week 35.
Yeah.
It's a very long list, so let's
Yeah.
quickly go through
Yeah.
every single one and
Yeah.
see what you feel. First one on Friday, it's Leicester versus Newcastle. I think it's going to be a win for Leicester in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle didn't play well at all in the Arsenal game, so I think Leicester have a really great chance to sealing their number three spot. What do you think?
Yeah. 2-0 to Leicester, in my opinion.
Great,
Uh,
great. Next match is on paper, it's a really great match. Leeds versus Spurs could be a high scoring one if both teams turn up on the day.
mm-hmm.
I'm going for a Spurs win for this match.
Okay.
I feel like it's going to be Kane probably running the show this time for Spurs. What
Yeah.
do you think?
I somehow feel it's going to be a one-all draw because Leeds have been solid defensively, and
Mm.
uh, and so there'll be again the match will be very entertaining, but it will end with a one-all
Mm.
draw, is what I feel.
Yeah. Okay. Next match is Sheffield versus Crystal Palace. We don't care about this match. I think 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Wilfred Saha. How do you think?
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Wilfred Zaha.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I guess this is the big one for the
Yeah.
weekend. City versus Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I mean, uh, we're going to get a preview of the Champions League final
Yeah.
uh, and a chance for City to seal the title. So I feel City's going to win this. They're going to feel like a strong team just because they want to be done with the Premier League and concentrate on the Champions League. So I feel City's going to win this one comfortably. What do you
Uh,
think?
uh, I don't know about comfortably. Um, I think City will win 1-0. I think Chelsea will make it difficult for them, but City will
Yeah.
just somehow find a way and win just 1-0. That's it. Because I feel even the Champions League final, I think it's going to be a low scoring affair. So similarly,
Yeah.
this one will be 1-0 to Man City, I feel.
Great. The last match on Saturday is Liverpool versus Liverpool or Southampton. So um, yeah, I think they should be. Hopefully, if Liverpool is able to convert their chances, they should be like a big Liverpool win.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a 3-0 win for Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah. Moving on to Sunday, Wolves versus Brighton. Uh, I don't know. I don't care about this match.
Yeah.
I mean, Brighton won against Leeds when they weren't supposed to on paper. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to go for it. Say again, Brighton's going to win this one and
Yeah.
secure their spot from for next year's Premier League.
Yeah, I agree. Brighton normally play really well attacking wise, and they just don't score goals. But I think now they are going to win this one. So I think 2-0 to Brighton.
Great. Next match is Villa versus United. It's a tricky fixture. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I mean, there are goals in this one for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if Martinez is going to keep a clean sheet. I've lost hope. But I don't know, man. What do you think? I feel like United might have a weaker squad than what they had for the uh, Eu- Eu- uh,
Mm-hmm.
Europa League semi-final. So it might be a little tricky fixture, but maybe they might win it somehow. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I think United should win this one, but Villa always score. So Villa will score,
Yeah.
even though they look bad um, attacking wise, but they always score. So I think
Mhm.
Villa will score, but United should win like 2-1 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Next one is West Ham versus Everton. Um, I don't know. West Ham somehow. West Ham were like really subdued last match, so I guess I'm going for a nil-nil draw this one. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, but just giving the sort of the attacking prowess of both teams, I think this will be a 1-all draw, but still a draw nonetheless.
Right. Um, yeah, and the next match is on Sunday is Arsenal versus West Brom. I don't know. I don't care about Arsenal anymore. Just kidding.
No, man.
After their performance today, it's going to be a dull match for sure. So I might just go for a West Brom win even. So why not go for a West Brom
Uh,
win? So yeah, I mean I don't know, man. What do you think?
no, I think Arsenal will win this comfortably. 2-0 to Arsenal. Uh,
You're saying
yeah.
that because you have Rob Holding in the team.
Oh, yeah. I'm always sort of looking for the best scoreline for my FPL team, but I think I genuinely believe that Arsenal are going to win.
Moving on to the last match of the game week is not the last match of the game week, but before the double game week starts, Fulham versus Burnley. Um, I don't know. I think I mean Chris Wood is going to score for sure,
Yeah,
so I 1-0 to Burnley.
yeah, I agree. I'm going to say 2-0 to Burnley.
Nice. Okay, so now this is where the double game week matches start.
Hmm.
The first match is again like a really great match, United versus Leicester. Um, things could get interesting if Leicester wins and United loses against Villa because, battle for second, third. So this could probably seal both teams' second and third spots
Hmm.
going forward. I think it's going to be 1-1 or a 2-1 draw. What do you think?
Yeah, it was a 2-all draw last time around, and no, I feel United will win this one. I think they'll
Hmm.
against Leicester they'll sort of turn up and win. I think, and this time they'll also manage to keep a clean sheet. I think for once against Leicester, and so it'll be 2-0 to United, in my opinion.
Oh, that would be really great.
Yeah.
um, Next is Southampton versus Crystal Palace.
Hmm.
Kind of an even match, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go for again a draw. I
Yeah.
feel might be like a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I
yeah.
agree. 1-all.
So moving on to Wednesday, another big one: Chelsea versus Arsenal. I feel Chelsea will win this comfortably.
Yeah.
2-0 to Chelsea probably.
Yeah. I agree.
Um, Not like the reverse leg where Arsenal won 3-1. That's not the same team. Tuchel has
Yeah.
transformed Chelsea into like a really defensive machine. So it's
Yeah.
going to be hard for Arsenal to play against this team.
Yeah. I
Um,
agree.
and then the last two matches of this game week on Thursday. First match is Villa versus Everton. Another tricky match. But I think Villa might just win this one. What do you think?
I'm gonna say 2-1 to Everton.
Oh, really?
So Everton will really push and try to make the claim for the Europa League spot with this match.
Yeah.
So I think they'll
Yeah.
win 2-1.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The last match of Game Week 35, which was supposed to be played in Game Week 34, United
Yeah.
versus Liverpool, which got cancelled because of fans getting on the pitch for protesting. This is probably a very big match for
Yeah.
Liverpool because they're fighting for their fourth spot and for Champions League spots. So I think it's more for Liverpool than for United. So I feel like I think I'm going to go with Liverpool with this match. What do you think?
No way. Uh, 2-1 to United. Uh, whatever. Liverpool can try their best. They are
Well, you
just
haven't. You think you've gone with all three United wins, man? I mean, you give
obviously
some teams
I
benefit of
no
the doubt.
no way. When United are on, they are on, and Liverpool. I'm sorry to say, this year are not at the same level as when United are when they're firing on all
Yeah,
cylinders. And if the
no,
Europa
totally agree.
performances are anything to go by, they are just better than Liverpool when they turn up. So yeah, I'm going for the United win in all three matches,
So
and it's 2-1 to United against Liverpool.
yeah, totally agree with your point. Like, if Europa performances go, like Villa and Leicester are almost at the same level as Roma. So,
Yeah,
if you have to go with that scoreline, United have a really great chance of like
yeah,
scoring a lot of goals. So, Carling feels it's going to be United 3-0 in all three matches. Uh, and Fernandez scores tons of goals, and hopefully this will be like a really productive and really great game week for everyone who has United players and all the
yeah,
double game week players in their teams.
yeah. So then that's it. That's the pod for this week. Good luck everyone on this momentous triple game week. Hope you get as many points as you can, and hope all of you listening to this get more than 100 points. That's the uh, wish we
That's the
have for
dream for this
everyone.
game week.
Yeah, that's the dream for this game week. And yeah, so then yeah, that's it. All the best, everyone. Have a good game week. It's a long one, so enjoy it. And yeah, we hope to see you yeah, before the next game week. So yeah, so thanks
Good
a lot
luck to
for
everyone.
listening. Yeah, good luck to everyone, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube, share, like, and comment. Leave a review on any of the podcast platforms that you're listening to us
Absolutely.
on, and yeah, make sure you tell your friends about this podcast, and if you like it, please pass the word. So yeah, so thanks for listening, and have a good game week. It's goodbye from us.